Start by removing as much loose adhesive as possible with a rigid scraper so the surface is ready for targeted treatment. For stubborn residue, use a combination approach. Begin with a floor scraper or a rigid putty knife held at a low angle to lift and chip away deposits while protecting the subfloor. Work methodically in small sections so you do not gouge or overheat the material. If mechanical removal stalls, apply a commercial adhesive remover formulated for flooring, following the product instructions and allowing dwell time for the adhesive to soften. Always test the remover in a small, inconspicuous area first to confirm it will not damage the subfloor. For water-soluble or latex-based adhesives, a warm water and mild detergent soak with a stiff bristle brush often loosens residue without chemicals. Change the water frequently and do not oversaturate plywood or oriented strand board. For hard, brittle, or epoxy-style residues after chemical treatment, use a random orbital sander with a fine to medium grit to level small high spots and remove thin films, keeping the sander moving to avoid gouging. Vacuum thoroughly with a shop vacuum after each step to remove dust and loose particles, then wipe the surface with a lint-free cloth. If any solvent or remover was used, rinse the area with a mild soap solution and a damp cloth to remove residues that could interfere with adhesive or underlayment bonding. Allow the subfloor to dry completely and check for level and smoothness using a straight edge before installing vinyl plank to ensure proper adhesion and to avoid telegraphing imperfections through the finished floor. Common mistakes include forcing a scraper at a steep angle and gouging plywood or concrete, which you avoid by using a low angle and taking multiple passes to gradually remove material. Another frequent issue is failing to neutralize chemical removers, which can leave residue that affects new adhesives, so always follow with a thorough rinse and drying period. A third concern is leaving dust or particles on the subfloor, which compromises plank bonding and level. Vacuum carefully, wipe with a damp cloth, and let the surface dry before proceeding. On BigHomeProjects.com, we connect homeowners with local contractors and allow contractors to find work by showcasing projects and availability. We also host an active discussion community where users share tips and ask questions about jobs like adhesive removal and vinyl plank installation.